What is up, everybody? This is Moto Smith again, and okay, yeah, and I just decided to come and inspect the bike today. As of right now, we are out of commission due to not having a battery replacement. Basically, this 7B battery has officially decided to give up, and it is a very rare battery in Guyana, and as such, I'm in the process of sourcing one from Amazon, and we all know how the shipping deal goes in Guyana, so it's just a waiting game for right now. I decided to come and do a little inspection, just like the periodic inspections video I did a couple of months back. I decided to just come make sure everything is okay, and I have been procrastinating on this bike. Actually, I realized that I have 3 pairs of new brake pads that I ordered a while back, and only like checking the back wheel today, I remember, oh yeah, I got these brake pads, probably put them in. So I have 2 pairs for the front tire or the front wheel and 1 pair for the rear wheel. I've inspected the front wheel pads. They look like they have a little bit more life in them, but I've known for a very long time, ever since long ago, that the rear pads are finished. So I decided today, you know what, I'm just gonna change out the rear pads. It's just a way of, you know, like knocking something out that just could be done simply. So I've already gotten the 2 screws for the rear pad. These are the retention screws for the caliper. I've already gotten them out. So now I'm just basically going to remove the caliper. I'm going to do a little inspection on the pads just to show you guys that these pads are actually just done. And then we're going to replace them with the new pads. So I managed to get the caliper off. I actually had to do a bit more disassembly than I thought. I had to take the connection line off because there was a bit of pressure trapped in the line, which was preventing the pads from loosening up of the brake disc. But I got it loose. As you can see, there's still some fluid in there. So once it was loose, it got the pads to loosen up, and I got it off the rotor. So what I'm going to do now is a quick inspection. I mean, I've already done the inspection of the rotor. In general, the condition is am I saying this right? The brake disc, my bad. Yeah, I've already done a general inspection of the brake disc. There is no trenching, there's no prevalent superficial grooves, so that should be alright. So what I'm going to do now, I don't have a stand as yet, so I'm using this wood, this piece of trusty, reliable wood I've been using ever since how long. And what I'm going to do, basically, I just used it so I can get the back wheel up off the ground, so I can spin it. So what I'm going to do is just have a very close visual inspection of the rotor, passing this little, basically passing through this, this groove. I'm just going to watch for the closeness, see if the brake disc, is bent. There does appear to be a slight bit of bending on the brake disc. It doesn't, it's not coming into contact with the, sorry, let me get better shot at this. Yeah, it's not coming into contact with it, but I can like see from a mechanical perspective that there is a bit of bend, like unevenness in the disc. Like I said, it's not like serious, not detrimental, it's just like a slight bit off. But coming from a mechanical background, I know that this is not acceptable, so I'm going to explore my options in getting this sorted out. But yeah, that's basically an inspection to just determine, you know, that there's no touching, there's no like mating between these two surfaces. Yeah, so as promised, this is this is basically the condition of these pads. As you can see, they are done. They are very much so done. Let me see if I can focus in on this a bit more. Yeah, they're done. These pads are absolutely finished. As you can see, they're in terrible, terrible, terrible condition. I do believe that these were the Daytona ones, I was told. Yeah, the phone just overheated, so no more light. Let me get a bit of sunlight here to just show you guys a bit better. Yeah, so yeah, these are bad. These are done. Definitely needed to be changed. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get the new ones now. I'm going to take these off. I'm going to put the new ones on. Alright, so here we go. These are the brake pads. They're Caltric, as you can see. I do not know much about the quality of these pads. I was just basically going off of the customer reviews on Amazon. They had a good rating. They had good customer feedback, so I figured it was okay. I had to decipher which is the rear pad based off of the fact that I know that there's supposed to be two for the front and one for the rear. And as you can see, these two have the same SP number. This one is different, so I'm guessing that this one is the rear. So I'm just gonna go put this on now. Okay, so these are actually pretty freaking thick when you compare them to what they're gonna be replacing. I'm not really sure if that's how it's supposed to be, but I guess we'll figure it out. Okay, so I got the new pads on. There was a bit of coming and going because these are actually pretty thick. I had to compress the cylinder a bit just to get them to fit, but just yeah, it's not looking too bad. I'm just gonna put them on now and try to adjust them on to the caliper and onto the brake disc and see how they fit. So I noticed that these two bolts had quite a bit of rusting on them. Actually, this one, the thicker one more than the thinner one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to clean them up and put some rust inhibitor on them before I put them back into their respective slots. Alright, so we have reinstalled the caliper with the new pads on it. My gosh, I messed up. Yeah, we've reinstalled the caliper with the new pads on it. We do have good movement, which means that the pads aren't too thick like I thought they would be. They're still giving way to the disc to rotate, and yeah, like I mentioned before, I can still see a little bit of a wobble in the disc, but it's manageable. So at least now when I do get, you know, everything else sorted out with the mechanic, this will be one less task that he's gonna have to put on the bill. So that's something for the day. Keep him proactive, minimal procrastination on the bike until we get the battery. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.